Namasarvebhyaha Hari Om. So I am continuing my part 6 of Manusmriti and how it has been wrongfully misinterpreted and propagated by certain Tamil Nadu politicians and also by certain people in our nation. So before that, सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु दीर्घायुष्मान् भव स्त्रीभ्यः दीर्घ सुमङ्गली भव कन्यास्त्रीभ्यः शीघ्रमेव विवाहप्राप्तिरस्तु व्यापारजनैः कोटिकोटिलाभं सम्पाद्यं प्राप्तिरस्तु सर्वव्याधिनिवारणप्राप्तिरस्तु सर्वमङ्गलानि अभिवृद्धिर्भवतु तदास्तु. So I am straight away going to Manusmriti chapter 10, a very controversial verse which can be interpreted in either way. But how I am justifying my interpretation, let us see. Chapter 10, verse number 4, as it is, I am giving out. Brahmanah Kshatriyo Vaishyas Trayo Varnah Dvijatayah Chadurtam Ekajatis Tu Shudro Na Asti Tu Panchamaha. So what they are telling, any translation, most of the translations will be like this against the spirit of Manusmriti. They are saying Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya are these three varnas are only the Dvijati people. The Ekajati people, Shudro, the fourth varna, the Shudraha, is a Ekajatihi and not a Panchamaha, na Panchamaha. See, this is absolutely a wrong translation. The verse I am referring to, translated by somebody else, I don't want to name, is again wrong, in my opinion. I am very clear about it. Now, see, in Sanskrit you have to do Anvaya. Now, in Anvaya also, there can be a contextual meaning. Stri na Purushaha, if you take Stri na Purushaha only, or Stri na Purushaha is the child. That's a common saying. The child born is Stri na, it is Purushaha, or Stri na Purushaha. So Stri na Purusha is a famous statement, a reference they used to make about these Anvayas, contextual confusions arising in Anvayas. Now I am saying Brahmanaha Kshatriyo Vaishyas Trayo Varnaha Dvijatayah. Now the confusion is about the Shudra. Shudra everywhere he says is the fourth Varna. But what it is said, Chaturtham, they will say, the actual verse is Chaturtham Ekajatihi tu Shudraha. Shudro is the Ekajati in the fourth Varna. Chaturtham Ekajatis tu Shudro na Asti tu Panchamaha. They are not the Panchamas, they are the Ekajati belonging to the fourth Varna. That is wrong. Because it doesn't come like that. How? Chaturtham tu Shudroho Asti na Ekajatihi tu Panchamaha. That is how it has to come, the Anvaya. That is, Chaturtham tu Shudro Asti. The fourth Varna is Shudra. Chaturtham tu Shudro Asti na Ekajatihi. They are not Ekajati, but Panchamaha. So Ekajati is the Panchamaha. Because so far everywhere in my other previous 5 lectures, you understand, everywhere I have quoted where he includes Shudra as the fourth Varna. So here he cannot exclude them and say he is the Panchama. Therefore, who is the Panchama? Fifth Varna, the outcast who does not belong to these four castes, is the Ekajati, the Charvakas. Because they were against at that time on Charvakas. Because of various philosophies of Charvakas, because Charvakas went to the extreme over and above Mahavira's philosophy or Buddha's philosophy. They started criticizing the worship of gods. They wanted only enjoyment in life, only one birth. Enjoy whatever mean you want, you enjoy. Don't believe in God, don't believe in rekarma, nothing is there. Don't believe in for every action there is an equal and opposite action. Those physics laws are all outside to them. You are born, enjoy and live. So they will start even criticizing, as what happened in 1972 in Tamil Nadu, what happened in Salem, everybody knows. They will start criticizing, abusing They are the Ekajatis. They are the fifth Varna. That's what he says. So, very clear. So, very clear. Once again, I am saying, Chaturtham tu Shudraha asti na Ekajatihi. They are not the Ekajatis. Tu, but Sanskrit tu is a big conjunction. Tu, Panchama. Who, the Ekajati, but they are the Panchamas. Okay. I have made it very clear. Even to the scholars who have translated in some other way, they are calling Shudras as the Ekajatis, and they are not the fifth. But this is the translation. This is the Anvaya. Proper Anvaya. Because contextual, everything in Sanskrit. Then next I am going to verse number 1021. That is 10th chapter, verse number 21. Now, exactly I am quoting from the text. Vratyat tu jayate viprat papa atma, means atma. Atma bhurjakantakaha. Bhurjakantakaha avantya vata dhanau cha. Because dhanau comes because dhanaha. Because of two. Dvitiya. One is avantyah, vata dhanau, and pushpadaha shaika evacha. So, now you see, now there is a common opinion that Brahmanas are exempted from everything, and they are above everybody, and Shudras are the most abhorred caste in the system. But it is what he says here. Now, if you understand, a Vratya is an outcast, is a dangerous person, a wild person, an obstructive person. So, from the Viprat, a Vratya also can come. So, a Brahmana can also be a Vratyat. In Sanskrita, Vratya means reviled, evil person. Vratya means an obedient person. So, you have to understand like Tosham and Dosham. I have already explained. So, Vratyat, from that Vratya can, from the Viprat also, the Vratyat can come. Vratya means the reviled, the evil person, if you want to take. And from the Avantyas can come. Avantyas is a big caste in North India. Avantyas can come from the Brahmana. Then all the Vratyat also they can come. You can take it that way also. The evil person can come from any caste, that's what. But from a Brahmana, Viprat, Vratyas can come, or the Avantyas can come, or the Pushpadahas can come, Shaikaha, they are all different castes of people. Even what he would say, even in next context, he will say even the Arya will come. Aryas means mainly he talks of Persians, Turkmenistan, and I will come to that. So, the sex of person, from the educated person, even an evil person will be there. So, there is no special partiality, favoritism to the Brahmanas or to the Kshatriyas. A evil person can come from any caste, he says. Then let us go to verse number 10, chapter number 10. I will go to verse number 40. Now you see beautifully, you understand how Manusmriti has been misinterpreted. He says in verse number 40, same chapter, I am referring all to only chapter number 10. Now, in this verse, they say, Samkare jatayastva etah pitra matra pradarshitah. Prachanna va prakasha va veditavyaha swa karma bihi, by the own karma, by their own occupation. Now, what is this? These races, see, suppose races, there are lots of people at that time coming to India, settling in Baluchistan, present-day Pakistan, Sindh, northwestern province, and all those, Punjab, Haryana, because the Indus River was a very fertile river, up into the Central Asian or North Asian countries or European, it was cold. Agriculture was not possible of all varieties of vegetables or plants or grains. So he was talking about people of different castes. Now what he says, Sankare jatayastva etaha. So if you are not able to identify the intelligence, the Kshatriyas, the warriors, they were warrior race. There were lots of warriors were there, accompanied by Brahmanas, the intellectuals. They have to be accompanied by Shudras. As I said, in the King Sudas, his soldiers were called Sudras because they were working on the field. Or Vaishyas, the traders who bring grains, who bring gold, wealth and all along with the invading army and all. So if you are not able to identify who is who, because a Sudra may also be distributing grains, or he may be growing grains, or he may fight like the Sudas king Sudras, they were fighting, they were acting like Kshatriyas. Or they may even advise, they may even say the danger, sir, that is in my experience, don't go there. A lot of floods, waters are there, or the enemy is very powerful. I have seen some way they act like a Brahmana here as a professor. So what he says, if you are not able to identify, then you can identify them with the Pithra, Sankare Jatayastvat Etaha, these people, from their Matra, from their Prith, how they show themselves, who is the father, who is the mother, the grandfather's name, the great-grandfather's name, from that Pradarshita, they reveal themselves. Or if that is Prachannava, Prakashitava, if that is obscured or if that is revealed, then that is, you can identify from their parents, from their ancestors, or Veditavyaha, by their intelligence, by their knowledge, by their study of the scriptures, if they are able to profess very nicely, Veditavyaha, Swakarma bihi, by their own karma, by their own occupation. So with this you can come to a conclusion that from your parents, from your knowledges, from your karma, your occupation, you classify them as Kshatriyas, Sudras, Brahmanas and Vaishyas. That's what he says. That's what the scriptures say. So now I will go to the next one, which is in the same 10th chapter. I am going to 45. It's another beautiful verse which will substantiate my contention that the Shudras were included in the 4 Varnas. It is the Ekajadi people or the 5th Varna. They are the worst fellows. Now you come to 45. He says, Mukha, Bahu, Uru, Padda, Janam, Ya Loke, Jatayoho, Bahihi, Mlecha, Vachas, Cha, Arya, Vachas, Sarve, Te, Dasyavaha, Smritaha. You remember. What you have to remember? A person could have come from the Mukha. Brahmane ebhyo mukamasid bahura ajanyakritah, that Vedas goes, Uru tadasya edvaishya padbyagum shudro ajayata. Mantras say in Yajurveda. So whether they come from Mukha, that is the mouth, or Bahu, or Uru, the stomach area, or the Padda, means Padams, Padabhyam, Janam ya loke jatayoho. See, so you can identify those who come from their mouth or the arms, the thighs and the feet of the Brahmin. Now, Bahihi, those who are apart from that, that is those who do not come from these mouth or from shoulders, we are not able to identify from the stomach or from the pada, they are Bahihi. If they are excluded from those 4 areas, then what you can do? You can Te Dasyavaha Smrta. Te, those people, as Dasyus. Dasyus is a very famous people in North India. They are all foreigners coming from Greek. Greeks were called Yavanas. Turkey, Tulakyas. Turkey's big portion came and settled in Turkmenistan in Asia. Turkey is in Europe. From Turkmenistan, people like Ibrahim Lodi and all settled in India. Like Ibrahim Lodi, Ghiasuddin Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, especially in Punjab, in Baluchistan, in Sindh areas, those areas. Even our former Vice President Ansari, he himself accepted that he is a Turkish origin, and he went to Turkey also to pay respects to his ancestors. Ansari is a Turkish name. Jahangir is a Persian name. Though Akbar's son and all, maybe Jahangir and all, their Vamsha, Jahangir is a Persian name. It's an original Persian name. Then they can add as Jahangir Ahmed if you have converted into Islam. Like you have Modi, you have Syed Modi, Ahmed Patel. Easily we can find out. Ahmed Pandit in Kashmir. So what he says, those, how to identify Dasyas? Those who speak Mlecha language, Mlecha Vachas. They speak language Vachas and Arya Vachas. Any of these North Indian, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, not even Afghanistan, but in other areas, even from Ukraine, people have come, in Russia and Uzbekistan, all these stan you will have. So they were, you can call them by their, you can separate them by the language they speak. The race, you can separate them by the language they speak and by the, if you are not able to identify in the previous verse from a Matrupiti or even by the Swa occupation. And here in this verse he says, if they do not come, that is from mouth, they are not Brahmanas, if they are not Kshatriyas, if they are not the Vaishyas, if they are not the Shudras, as we have identified, and they are something different which you are not able to identify, but then you can identify from the language they speak. Like the Yavanas, the Greeks, or everything. See, this is how, only for to understand who is a foreigner in our Bharat Desh, which was extending up to Afghanistan borders and all. And for you to understand, because this what 4 Varnas was very important to our ancient rishis for Bharat's prosperity and occupation, division of labor. And they were all against this Ekajatihi, the Charvakas, not even the Nastikas, the atheists. Atheists are very comfortable people who don't believe in God, but who are righteous people. But these people are totally not righteous. Evil people are the Charvakas. That's what he says. So more of this I will continue till such time. Bhuyat Tavat Shubha Mangalam. Hari Om.